Breaking news! What if I told you the Ravens just made a move that could come back to haunt them? And it's not even about a trade or a new signing. It's about someone they let go. And the decision came just hours after the league's official roster deadline. There's been speculation, frustration, and flat-out disbelief among fans. Some are calling it calculated. Others are calling it careless. But no matter where you stand, one thing is clear. This year's 53-man roster reveal wasn't just surprising, it was strategic. But before we move on, make sure you hit that like button if you're a true Ravens fan. It's always amazing to see fans of all ages supporting this team. And if you feel like it, comment, "Go Ravens!" Let's show just how strong the flock really is. Let's get into it. The most jaw-dropping moment of the roster reveal came from the secondary. Jalen Armour Davis was cut. Yep, the same Armour Davis who snagged a pick in the final preseason game. The one who looked poised for a backup role with growing versatility at both corner and safety. After battling injuries early in his career and surviving previous cuts that claimed names like Pepe Williams, many assumed he was a lock. But clearly, he wasn't. Why did this happen? Well, the Ravens went all in on youth and raw talent, with first-rounder Nate Wiggins and the gritty TJ Tampa both locked in, and veterans like Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, and new additions like Chidobe Awuzie holding it down. The secondary was already crowded. But what tipped the scales? Two undrafted rookies, Keaton Morton and Ruben Lowery, both made the 53. Morton in particular played his way onto the team, not just surviving but thriving in every preseason game. That pick six? That was the exclamation point. It's no surprise Baltimore wasn't risking him on the practice squad. Let's shift to the linebackers, another spot that raised eyebrows. Jay Higgins, another UDFA, made the final roster. Not only did he make it, he earned near universal support from Ravens fans. And behind the scenes, word is defensive coordinator Zach Orr was pounding the table for him. Why? Because Orr was Jay Higgins once, an undrafted linebacker fighting for a chance. The team sees something in him, maybe even a future starter. For now, he's a special teamer, but don't be surprised if he climbs the depth chart before long. David Ojabo also made the roster, which just weeks ago seemed like a long shot. After a rocky offseason and injury setbacks, many thought his spot was up for grabs, but Adisa Isaac's injury opened the door. Ojabo made just enough plays in preseason to earn what feels like a final shot to prove he belongs. This is a contract year for him. Make or break. Then there's the quarterback room. No surprises with Lamar Jackson and Cooper Rush, but Devin Leary getting cut caused a few fans to gasp. It happened last year too, though, so pump the brakes. He could be back, but the Ravens haven't made anything official yet. For those fantasizing about a new QB2, hold your horses. Running backs? No surprises. Derrick Henry, Justice Hill, Rasheen Ali, and fullback Patrick Ricard all made it. Coach Harbaugh said they'd keep 4 backs, and they stayed true to that. There was buzz about possibly trading Ali, especially as teams around the league trimmed RBs, but Baltimore stuck with their plan. The wide receivers? Locked in and predictable. Zay Flowers, Rashad Bateman, DeAndre Hopkins, Tylan Wallace, Tez Walker, and Leonte Wester. No surprises there. These 6 were written in ink months ago. But then, there's Isaiah Likely. He made the team, and the Ravens haven't placed him on IR yet. That's significant. There were whispers, media buzz, and sideline scenes about teammates giving him extra love, sparking concern about a potential injury designation. But for now, he's in the clear. Mark Andrews and Charlie Kolar round out the tight end trio. Offensive line? One name stood out, Corey Bullock. He made the team, and fans are already labeling him a future starter. Maybe even the center of the future, depending on what happens with Tyler Linderbaum. Bullock impressed in preseason, and the Ravens clearly see long-term value. Meanwhile, on the D-line, Ayo Oyalola didn't make the cut, a surprise to some. But the team's hoping he clears waivers and lands back on the practice squad. John Jenkins, Broderick Washington, Travis Jones, and Justin Matabike headline the unit. Special teams? No changes. Jordan Stout, Tyler Loop, and Nick Moore all return, holding it down as expected. The bottom line, the Ravens balanced loyalty, potential, and performance. But with several surprises, especially in the secondary and linebacker core, this year's roster signals a deeper commitment to youth and upside over familiarity and past expectations. And when we talk about whether they got it right or not, let's not forget this is the same front office that consistently finds talent where other teams don't even bother to look. That undrafted rookie magic? It's not luck anymore. It's a Ravens tradition. Just look at Keaton Morton and Jay Higgins. 2 players no other team believed in enough to draft, and yet they came into camp, made plays, and forced Baltimore's hand. That's not just development, that's vision. That's culture. That's coaching. Still, fans are right to raise questions, especially when it comes to the Jalen Armour Davis decision. You had a young, versatile DB coming off one of his strongest camps yet. He showed flashes in the preseason, and it seemed like the team was grooming him for multiple roles, maybe some depth at safety, maybe some inside corner responsibilities. And then, just like that, he's gone. Was it purely a numbers game? Did Keaton Morton outperform him that dramatically? Or was there something else? A lingering concern about health? A shift in scheme fit? Fans may never get the full picture, but it stings. And it's not just about who made it, it's about what it means. Armour Davis being cut doesn't just reflect on him. It speaks volumes about how confident the Ravens are in rookies like Wiggins and Tampa, but also about the trust they're placing in improving players like Morton and Lowry. That's a gamble, but it's one Baltimore is willing to take, and with Chris Hewitt coaching the secondary, you can bet they're expecting big development fast. Then there's David Ohabo. This is the make or break year. Injuries have robbed him of precious time, but Baltimore's not ready to give up yet. And with Adissa Isaac heading to injured reserve, the door swung wide open. Ohabo now has the runway. Will he take off? If he can put together even a solid rotational year, it'll give the Ravens depth and flexibility they desperately need in that pass rush rotation. And you can't talk defense without circling back to Zach Orr's influence. His backing of Jay Higgins speaks to a deeper identity being formed on that side of the ball. Or isn't just evaluating tape, he's evaluating heart. That same underdog spirit that got him to the league is what he sees in Higgins. It's poetic and potentially powerful if Higgins grows into the role they envision. Meanwhile, the tight end room remains a strength, but the Isaiah Likely situation is still cloudy. Not placing him on IR to start the season could mean he's ready, or it could mean they're playing the long game. Maybe they're buying time before a late move. His presence is crucial to Todd Monken's vision for this offense. That twin tight end threat with Andrews can wreck defenses, but only if Likely is truly healthy. As for the offensive line, keeping Corey Bullock was a message. The Ravens aren't just planning for 2025, they're investing in it now. Bullock didn't just survive cuts, he earned his spot. And with questions surrounding Linderbaum's long-term durability and Cleveland's consistency, having a young, coachable talent like Bullock waiting in the wings is a smart hedge. Even the specialists, Stout, Loop, Moore, provide a sense of stability in a sea of change. No drama, no controversy, just dependable execution. It's not flashy, but it matters. The Devin Leary situation, though, is worth watching. Last year's cut and return strategy worked, but nothing is guaranteed this time around. If another team swoops in, or if the Ravens are eyeing a different QB for depth, that room could still see movement. And if not, Cooper Rush better be ready. Because if Lamar misses even a single snap, the Ravens season will rest on his shoulders. That's not a position you want to leave in doubt. And speaking of running backs, four feels like a lot in today's NFL. But Harbaugh made it clear, this is a team that wants to run, and run hard. Derrick Henry is the workhorse, but behind him, Ali, Hill, and Rickard offer different flavors. Trading Ali might have brought in draft capital, but keeping him says the Ravens want to stay deep, stay unpredictable, and keep pounding teams late into the year. But here's the real tension bubbling beneath all this. This roster, this carefully constructed 53, is built not just to compete. It's built to win now. There's no patience here. No rebuild. No slow roll. You don't sign DeAndre Hopkins. You don't keep four backs. You don't carry risky defenders like Ohabo if you're planning for the future. This roster is a bet, a high-stakes, chips-in-the-middle bet on 2025 being the year. So what's your take, Ravens fans? Did Baltimore hit or miss with this final 53? Are these undrafted gems about to shine? Or could these surprise cuts come back to haunt us down the line? Drop your thoughts in the comments and tell us which moves